prison sentences being given to the people who were in the Enough is Enough marches and causes. There was a recent case where a guy was given 9 years. I don't know if you saw that.
Yep.
And he was given 9 years. He was actually involved, to be fair, clearly involved in violence. And
he was trying to set fire to the hotel.
Trying to set fire to a hotel. Didn't kill anybody that I'm aware of, or nobody died as a result of that. But he was given 9 years. But something else I've discovered recently, again, the two-tier thing is unbelievably clear. In the year to March 2023, and this is a big number, Nick, so this is why it's important, 147,000 people were given community resolution orders instead of prosecution or criminal so they avoided any kind of criminal record.
Yep.
Given community resolution orders instead of prosecution and jail. Now you might say, oh well, if that's for somebody chucking a cigarette out of a window or whatever, I can understand that. However, these were serious crimes. 50,000 of those 147,000 people, 50,000 were cases of violence against a person. Now those 10,000, what I call political prisoners who were arrested and a lot of them put in jail.
1,000. Was it 1,000, not 10,000?
1,000, sorry. What was it 10,000 arrested? Or was it 1,000 arrested?
I saw Pug saying over 1,000 have been arrested.
1,000, sorry, apologies, you're right. Of those 1,000, I would imagine most of those had not committed any violence against persons in their...
I would say majority.
Yeah. So here we have 50,000 people who've committed violence against a person who've been let off with nothing. Now, if that doesn't totally stink of two-tier policing about the fact that these guys are political prisoners, I don't know what else does.
Yeah, quite a few things there. So some of the people at the riots deserve to be arrested, deserve to be punished. Some of them deserve to go to jail. 9 years is an unfair sentence for that person, setting fire to a wheelie bin next to a door of the hotel. Compared to, you can stab someone to death in this country and not get 9 years. Yeah. Life in this country, minimum life is 8 years.
Yeah.
So if you hear someone has got a life sentence, we automatically think, oh, they'll be in jail forever. No, life sentence in this country is minimum 8 years. We call it life sentence. Yeah. It's not a life sentence at all. But there's people who have been arrested for tweets, for saying silly things, who you think could have been addressed by a community resolution order like that. I was working with the police 15, 20 years ago when these came out. And these originally came out to free up police time and court time. So if you're a 14-year-old kid and the police catch you breaking bottles in the park, police officer would phone your mum, instruct your mum, and you as a 14-year-old would have to come back with a pan and shovel and a bin bag and clean up all the mess you've made and apologise. Well, that's a good result for a kid who's not been involved with the police before, to be punished, to clean up his mess and maybe learn from that. We've now had to arrest him, spend hours in police cells, take loads of police off the street, take him to court, use court time when it could have been dealt with like that. That's what they were created for. But almost immediately, once the police got those powers, certain police officers, and I saw this firsthand 15, 20 years ago, lots of police officers went, this is a fantastic opportunity for me to get rid of all these crimes off my books, because police are always carrying a couple of dozen crimes they've got to look into. Well, here's a crime now. You apologise, say you're sorry, that's now done. And that's why we're doing it for violent criminals, for sex offenders and stuff like that. The victim of these crimes is given the impression that they have no choice. My understanding is if the victim doesn't agree with it, then it can't go ahead.
But they'll be brainwashed or they'll be persuaded.
But they wouldn't know. The police will speak to them as if you haven't got a choice. And you go, oh, okay then, I'll take his apology.
Well, they probably say you do have a choice, but they couch it in such a way that they think they haven't got a choice. And I think a lot of these political prisoners that were arrested after the Enough is Enough protests, I think they were told that they should plead guilty as well. Because
And they were, but for different reasons.
yeah,
They were told to plead guilty because we're going to hold you on remand, which means you're not going home until you've been to court, and you're not going to get a court date for 18 months. So we're going to hold you for 18 months. Then if you're found innocent, you can go on. Or you can plead guilty now, and you'll probably get 3 months sentence, and you'll be out in 6 weeks. It's like 18 months being held, and then maybe...
Can they do that though?
Yeah. But to be held on remand, the court has to show there's a danger to the public. But the government has already decided that. So you are a danger to the public. You will be held on remand.
Because this is what we've been told by them upstairs.
This is why some of them are criminals, but they're also political prisoner criminals. And some of them are just political prisoners. So there's 2 different types there. Some of them do deserve punishing. We can't have people trying to burn down hotels regardless of who's inside it. We can't have that. But we can't have the government then interfering in those court cases saying treat him or her harshly, don't give him remand, and when you get a sentence, give him 9 years. Me and you could burn down a hotel down the road from here now, and we could set it on fire, and if no one dies, we probably wouldn't go to jail.
I know, that's the reality, isn't it?
They probably wouldn't even go to jail.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think you're right. That's right. You'd probably, because of your record or whatever, no criminal record,
But if they could prove that we thought Keir Starmer was in there and we set fire to it and no one died, we'd be looking at 9 years. See the difference there? That's why they're political prisoners.
I won't comment on that.
Did you enjoy that video? I think you did. Come on now, hit that bell, subscribe, comment. Let's build this channel. I need more followers, I need more subscribers. Be part of the journey. See you soon.